Today we are going to study a poem, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. So the name of the poem is Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. It is written by Adrienne Rich. Now let's know something about the poet. So the first thing is about the poet. Adrienne Rich. She was born on 1929, recognized as one of the country's most distinguished poets. So the first point here will be considered as country's most distinguished poets. One of the most distinguished poets of the country. She was born in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. She was a recipient of a number of awards, including the 1996 Tanning Award for Mastery in the Art of Poetry, the Lennon Foundation's 1999 Lifetime Achievement Award, the Commonwealth Award in Literature, and the National Book Award, etc. Her claim to fame were her feminist ideas and her wide involvement in contemporary women's movement as a poet and theorist. Much of her education was self-education. She was given to writing and was encouraged by a man in her writing courses to submit her work to Yale younger poets. She has published 19 volumes of poetry, 3 collections of essays, and other writings. So let's write some of the awards won by her. Tanning Award for the Art of Poetry in 1996. Tanning Award for the Art of Poetry. In 1999, she won Lifetime Achievement Award. Achievement Award. Moreover, Commonwealth Award in Literature. Also, she has published 19 volumes of poetry, three collections of essays, and other writings. These all were the publications of her, or the writings published by her. Now let's study something about the poem, or the introduction to the poem. The poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers is clearly a feminist poem. It is critical of the male world for terrifying and oppressing Aunt Jennifer and causing her to create an alternate world of freedom, which she inhabits only in her imagination. It is her make-believe world of escape. The 3 quatrains expose the desolating effects of patriarchy. The struggle for existence and the deep conflicts of bondage have given rise to gender conflicts. Aunt Jennifer in the poem is totally victimized, and the absent uncle, represented only by his wedding band, is the figure of oppression. The first stanza of the poem highlights Aunt Jennifer's fears, the second her implied slavery, and the third her ordeals in life. Through the poem, the poet highlights the struggles of the spirit and racial and religious injustice and oppression of an upper middle class woman who can express her desire for freedom only in her art. The poet is a mystified tragedy, for we do not know what terrors Aunt Jennifer had to live with. Tortured and terrorized by the male-dominated world, Aunt Jennifer recoils within and seeks solace in her embroidery art, which is a means of escape for her as well as a compensation for the loss of individual freedom. So the main points of the introduction are: it's clearly a feminist poem. It shows the effects of patriarchy. Also, the struggle for existence and deep conflicts of bondage. And what is about the absented uncle? The absent uncle is the figure of oppression. Here, about the first stanza highlights Aunt Jennifer's fears. So in the first stanza, there are depicted fears of Aunt Jennifer. In the second stanza, depicted her implied slavery. The third stanza depicts her ordeals in life. Also, it depicts racial and religious injustice. And the oppression of upper middle class women. Now, let's talk something about the summary of the poem. So, the next thing is summary. Aunt Jennifer's Tiger is a feminist poem which is critically of the male world for terrifying and oppressing Aunt Jennifer. She thus creates an alternate world of freedom in her art. Even in this alternate world, she fails to liberate herself from the male domination. She knits a panel of tigers jumping jerkily across the screen. The tigers are inhabitants of the jungle and are fearless creatures pacing elegantly and majestically. The tigers in this context is symbolic of the spirit of freedom which is enjoyed only by the menfolk. Women like Aunt Jennifer are never able to taste this freedom as they are victims of male chauvinism. The lines bring out the evils of patriarchy as evident in the blatant gender bias and discrimination against women. Feeling of implied slavery are brought out in the second stanza of the poem, and Jennifer is so oppressed and so timid and terrified that she finds it hard to pull the ivory needles through the base cloth. How victimized and oppressed she feels is clear from the burden of the weight of the uncle's wedding band she experiences on her hand. She continues to dread him even in his absence. Even death will fail to release her of chains of her struggles, which have dominated her and bound her during her lifetime. The tigers representing the authority of the male remain undeterred. Indifferent to the suppression of the women, the men, like the tigers, go on fencing menacingly and exhibiting their pride and fearlessness of any social or gender conflicts. So, the summary will cover the following points: an alternate world of freedom produced by Aunt Jennifer in her art. It's about knitting of a panel of tigers jumping jerkily across the screen. So, a knitting of some panel of tigers jumping across a screen. Tigers represent here the spirit of freedom which is enjoyed only by the menfolk. So the tigers, symbols of freedom enjoyed by menfolk. Here is represented a blatant gender bias and discrimination against women. Blatant gender bias and discrimination against women. This is about the fear of the women, the suppression of the women, and the men, like the tigers, go on prancing menacingly and exhibiting their pride and fearlessness of any social or gender conflicts. So the men are fearless of any conflict, according to the poem. So, what is the central idea or the theme of the poem? The theme of the poem is the dominance of patriarchy everywhere and an alternate world of freedom created by Aunt Jennifer. There is the theme of male chauvinism and gender conflicts. The theme of the victimization of the women by their male counterparts has been starkly brought out in the poem, making it a forceful expression of the evils of patriarchy. And Jennifer is totally victimized and suffers the oppression of her male counterparts, even though he is absent. She is never able to liberate herself from the oppression of custom and law. Aunt Jennifer thus creates for herself an alternate world of freedom, one which she can inhabit only in her imagination. So, in the poem, the theme is nothing but the suppression and oppression of the women by men. So, the suppression of women by custom and law. This was all about the poem. Thank you.